So as of today, this is my credit score. It's a 720. But you know how it is. There's different credit scores. I've seen it at a different number on TransUnion and Equifax and stuff like that. But this is Experian, my FICO score. So you might think maybe I don't have the authority to make this video, but I definitely do. I've had it's really only this number because I have like 12 credit cards and what I do on the credit card side of, churning and whatnot. So it's only a 720. If I really wanted to just focus on getting this score as high as possible, it'd be at least probably 780 at minimum, but it'd probably be over 800 by now. But I do a lot of stuff on the credit card side, which is why it's not as high. But I definitely know how to have a really high credit score, but at first glance it doesn't look like that. But I want to talk to you guys about how to pick your credit score up in this video. So this video is not necessarily a overall credit card health video, but it's going to be how to bring it up. That's the whole point, is that if your credit score is below a 700, a 650, and especially if it's under a 600, it's pretty much impossible for you to have that type of score just being on a month-to-month paying your bill basis. If you have a score like that, it's pretty much 99% that it's because you have a bunch of stuff in collections, you have a bunch of debt and things like that. So the simple way to boost your credit score up from the depths of hell is to get all that stuff fixed. If you have a 550 credit score, for example, again, based on what I just said, all you have to do is find that debt, those things in collections, all those types of things, and take out all that waste and clean it, and you're gonna get a 150 boost in your credit score. That's what people don't realize. When you talk about these people that get 100-point boost in their credit score, you can't get that at 700. You can't get that at 750. You're not gonna do that because that comes from getting rid of the waste, so to speak, all the debt that's on your credit. So that's how the credit repair people, credit repair companies do that. Is they're not really doing magic. All they do is get rid of the waste in a credit report or a credit file. That can save you money from paying a credit repair company doing that. All you have to do is get rid of that waste. Now, if you do have a 720 like me, 750, and you're trying to get to an 800 for the vanity of it, you have to look at those particular ingredients like payment history, amount of debt, length of credit history, and amount of new credit, and credit mix. I'll put on the screen mine. So my according to Experian, my payment history is exceptional, my amount of debt is exceptional, and my credit mix is exceptional, but my length of credit history is fair. So this is something that no matter what I do, I'm going to be kind of caged in because I have to have a length of credit that's higher, which only will improve with time. Now, another thing to note is that if you're getting new credit cards, that's going to bring down the average age of accounts or your length of credit history. So that's one thing. And then for me, what is poor is amount of new credit. So because of that, that's also going to bring the score down for somebody like me. But again, the stuff I do on the credit card side, that makes it, kind of, that's okay for now because that is intentional. But so those are the things that if you want to get an 800 plus, that you're you're really just fixing the edges of. But when it comes to bringing your score out of the depths, it's going to be from getting rid of debt and stuff in collections. If you don't have any debt, nothing in collections, you're not going to be under a 650 at least. Like when I started my credit, it was over 700 years ago, just starting out. When you're just starting out fresh, you have basically over a 700. There's no reason for it to be under 700 unless you have debt and all that type of stuff. So that's it for this video. If it helped you guys, let me know in the comments. This is pretty simple stuff that a lot of people don't know, but it's very, very simple. It is not hard at all to have over a 700, even 750, but definitely not to have over a 700. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Tell me what you think about this one. See you.